sharing this with you today. How to crochet the cozy slipper of lamb pattern. Material kit from nicecrow.com. Let's take out this sole. Take this insole out first. Put it next to you for backup. It's about the stitch between the two lines. Position the hook. Insert the hook. We'll begin crocheting from this point. If you can find the spot, measure it using your fingers. It's approximately 3 fingers wide. Get the chenille yarn ready. Position it on the inside of the sole and hook it out like this. Hold and pinch the yarn tail together with the sole using your left hand. Then yarn over and hook out. After the first chain stitch is done, insert the hook into the next stitch, making sure the yarn tail is around the hook. Then, yarn over and pull through, leaving 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again and pull through both loops to complete a single crochet. Insert the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, keeping 2 loops on the hook at the same level. Then, yarn over again and pull through both loops. The process for each stitch is the same. Insert hook into the stitch below, and crochet a single crochet in each stitch. Repeat to work a single crochet into each stitch until you reach the last stitch, completing the foundation row. Later I will show you how to connect the foundation, how to join the first stitch with the last stitch, and then turn to begin crocheting the upper part of the shoe. Now, at the connection point, insert the hook into the first completed stitch and work a slip stitch. First, insert the insole mat back into place. After the mat is secured, tidy up the edges of the insole. When you lay the sole down, make sure it is flat. If it's out of shape, it means the stitches are too tight. You'll need to adjust them. Now, extend the loop. Thread the yarn through the sole. Then pull the yarn to form a knot and secure it. Next, we'll locate the stitches for the first row of crocheting. For women's size and this type of sole, we typically mark 8 stitches for the first row. Find the appropriate stitch on the right, and place a stitch marker there. Then, count 7 stitches to the left, making a total of 8 stitches. After that, check to ensure both sides are symmetrical from the center. Then crochet from the first marked stitch on the right. Hook out the yarn. Adjust the size of this loop. Yarn over and hook it out to work a chain stitch. Next, place the yarn in front of the hook. Insert the hook into the next stitch. Yarn over and pull up a loop, leaving 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again and pull through all 3 loops to complete a half double crochet. Repeat the steps. to work one more half double crochet into the same stitch. This means you will work 2 half double crochets into each stitch, a technique known as a half double crochet increase. By working 2 half double crochets into each stitch, you'll create a diamond pattern. When we finish the first row of 8 stitches, we will have a total of 6 diamond patterns. Four patterns have already been completed. Then continue. Ensure the loop size is consistent. Making each stitch the same size will keep the stitches neat and even. After 8 stitches, you will see 6 small patterns in front of you. Last stitch, just remove the stitch marker and work a slip stitch to end this row. With 2 loops on the hook, pull the first loop through the second loop directly. Pay attention here. If we marked 8 stitches for the first row of this size, the first row will give us 6 diamond patterns, and the second row will give us 7 diamond patterns. As you can see, for the lamb's beginning row, we need to crochet 5 diamond patterns using white yarn. To keep the pattern symmetrical, we will need to crochet the first row of the lamb pattern on the even numbered rows. You can start crocheting the lamb pattern from either the second row or the fourth row. Here, I will begin crocheting the lamb pattern from the fourth row. Similarly, if you have 5 diamond patterns in the first row, we can start the lamb pattern from the third row. Notice that we need to lay the yarn over the stitches from the previous row. This yarn will serve as the controlling yarn, determining the height of the shoe's upper. Be sure it is neither too tight nor too loose. Start with a chain stitch, then work a half double crochet increase into every stitch. Each row is crocheted in the same way. Insert the hook in the space between the 2 diamond patterns from the previous row to crochet 2 half double crochets. Just a reminder, ensure that the tension of the stitches is neither too tight nor too loose, and make sure each diamond pattern is the same size. Okay, for the last diamond pattern, insert the hook into the space between the last diamond and the slip stitch of the previous row. For the last half double crochet, join it with the previous loop. This will leave 4 loops on the hook. Then, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Then work a slip stitch into next stitch to finish this row. It is important to maintain symmetry on both the left and right sides. After crocheting each row, check to ensure both sides remain symmetrical. After crocheting each row, you can use your hands to adjust the tightness of the stitches to ensure the shape is maintained. I will crochet the lamb pattern starting from the 4th row. The 4th row consists of 9 diamond patterns. For the lamb, crochet 5 diamond patterns on the center using white yarn, and there will still be 4 stitches remaining. This means 2 stitches on each side should be crocheted with purple yarn. It's the last stitch again. I will crochet the lamb pattern starting from the 4th row. The 4th row consists of 9 diamond patterns. For the lamb, crochet 5 diamond patterns using white yarn, and there will still be 4 stitches remaining. This means 2 stitches on each side should be crocheted with purple yarn. For the next pattern, which is the 3rd one, we will need to use white yarn. To do this, join the white yarn to the incomplete half double crochet of the 2nd pattern here. Do not yarn over with the purple yarn. Instead, join the white yarn and pull it through the 3 loops on the hook. Pull the purple yarn to the left and arrange it neatly. Hold the purple yarn, white yarn, and controlling yarn together in your left hand. When you insert the hook, ensure that these 3 yarns are positioned above the hook. This will help you hide the yarn ends within the stitches. Then, continue working half double crochet increases into each stitch. Make 5 diamond pattern in the white yarn. Make sure the 5 stitches is in the center of this row, and keep the symmetrical. Now that we have completed the 5 diamond patterns, for the next stitches, we'll need to switch to the purple yarn. To do this, join the purple yarn on the uncompleted double crochet stitch, just as we did with the white yarn. Pull the white yarn to the left and continue by working 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. After this, draw the white yarn to the right again and complete 1 more diamond pattern. Next, work a slip stitch into the next stitch to finish the row. After finishing each row, remember to adjust the work with your hands to keep it in good shape.